There's a moment in Vinland Saga where Thorfinn realizes letting go isn't just about dropping a weapon. It's about letting go of the version of yourself that only knows how to fight. And recently, while I've been working on my art and on my creative journey, I realized I too am mostly familiar with the part of me who only knows how to fight. So today I want to talk about how Thorfinn's journey mirrors mine as an artist. All the things I've been dealing with and going through. Maybe also what you're going through too. Yo, what is good, gang, man? It's your boy Dusty Mike. Welcome back to another video. Another episode, in fact. Another episode of the series where I talk about how anime inspires me as an artist and how I take all the lessons from anime and apply them to my own journey as an artist. Last time I yapped a lot about letting go, and something inside of me just felt I didn't give that topic enough justice, because I didn't mention a specific character that's the literal embodiment of letting go. Thorfinn, not even gonna attempt to pronounce his last name, bro. Might be from Denmark, but I'm black, so I've earned myself a pass on this one. I'll leave that to all my Caucasian brothers and sisters out there. But today I want to dive even further into the topic of letting go, with the main focus being on Thorfinn. Because Thorfinn's version of letting go is about identity, purpose, and also becoming someone entirely new. Because Thorfinn, as we know him, isn't just a warrior. He's what happens when your entire identity collapses. Imagine if I'm not allowed to paint anymore. I wouldn't know what to do. Or imagine if all the My Hero Academia fans out there weren't allowed to make the world's weirdest ships ever. Imagine if all the sweaty DBC fans out there weren't allowed to say, "But can he beat Goku though?" Society wouldn't be able to function. It would be mayhem out there. Thorfinn also represents what happens when you're forced to rebuild from nothing. And thinking about his character actually just hits so close to home for me, because when I started out as an artist, it was like building up from scratch. I have studied in school my whole life, getting my bachelor's and working my way into fitting into a 9-to-5 job and the corporate world. When I realized I had spent most of my life working towards something that never really served me in the first place or fulfilled me in the first place, I was completely broken. Thorfinn was told as a kid, "You have no enemies." And I remember when I was a kid, I had a dream to become an artist. I didn't know what the specifics entailed. I saw Dragon Ball for the first time, and ever since that day, I knew that's what I wanted to do for my whole life. I knew it had to be something to do with characters like Goku. Just like watching Goku beat the bricky brakes off of Frieza was a seed that would later bloom in my life for me. Hearing the phrase, "You have no enemies," was a seed to later bloom in Thorfinn's life as well. But in order to let that seed inside of us grow, just like Thorfinn let go of his revenge, we have to let go of our previous selves. And that's basically also what I did when I embarked on this journey towards becoming a full-time artist. I let go of the version I had built up to this point, the version of me who only knew how to fight. Not even why I was fighting, I just knew how to. Go to school, get a job, do whatever the people around you tell you to do. Thorfinn's story is quite different. When we first meet Thorfinn, he's a weapon, pure rage. You can describe him as momentum with no direction. His only purpose in life is to kill Askeladd, the one who murdered his father. And honestly, even though we let go of our previous selves to become creators and artists in the first place, I think most of us are, in the beginning phases, pretty much the same. Because when I first started doing content and art in general, I was driven by this fire inside me. It was like I had something to prove, not only to myself, but also to all the people around me. The people from my past who told me, no, you can't make a living from art. But in my everyday life as an artist, I felt like I had something to prove to the algorithm as well. I felt like proving, yo, my content is worthy. It deserves to be pushed out to the right people. At this point in time, when I first started, I didn't feel like I was creating. It all felt like I was fighting, trying to get on the map. And you know what's the most dangerous part about this? It actually worked for a while. Just like Thorfinn won all of his battles, mostly. Actually, Thorfinn didn't really win anything. He didn't win against Thorkel, and he didn't even win against Askeladd, not even once. Damn, bro got humbled. But just like Thorfinn, I kept picking fights, pushing new content almost every day, forcing productivity. I was all about the grind, my G. And before I even knew it, it just became pure survival. Sometimes your biggest enemy isn't a person. As I previously said, it's the version of you who only knows how to fight. One of the most painful moments of Vinland Saga is when Thorfinn's purpose gets ripped away. His entire life and identity gone. You can see it in his face in the end of season 1 and also in the very beginning of season 2. He doesn't know who he is without fighting. There have been moments, and there still are sometimes, moments where I feel like I don't know who I am without art. I realized my identity was tied to things that weren't healthy. You know, view counts, momentum, deadlines to myself and my previous customers, comparison to other artists and creators. I wanted to prove myself to people who weren't even watching me. And when I saw my momentum and my views starting to drop even further and further and further onto this point where I only get like 20 views, I found myself asking, if this were to all disappear tomorrow, then who would I be? And this is the same exact existential crisis that Thorfinn faces. He's not letting go of a mission here, he's letting go of himself. And I think this is a necessary evil that every creator needs to face at some point. Just like my previous video, this video isn't just about being an artist. You can apply this to every aspect in life, whether it being sports, education, personal development, you name it. I think we all need to face the current version of ourselves and ask that version of ourselves, who are you? I would say Thorfinn's journey teaches us the next level of letting go. You could say in the essence, evolving is pretty much letting go of the person you used to be. And that's terrifying, but it's also necessary to get to the next level. Your previous limitations, are they gonna be the same limitations for the person you wanna be moving forward? For me, this basically meant admitting to myself, I'm not the same artist I was a year ago. The artist I was a year ago would have offered everything in his being to accept every single commission that came into my DMs. But the artist I am today, I'm more locked into my essential mission. So that meant I had to say no to all commissions this year, because I myself wanted to try something new. Something I knew would evolve me. And yes, I am talking about canvas paintings here, just for the ones of you who didn't know. But doing this also meant letting go of old routines, old content formats, expectations to myself and my channel as well. Like, where should it be? What should it be? Thorfinn's journey shows that identity isn't fixed. You're not trapped in the version of yourself who started this journey. That's also why I hate hearing people say, oh, you're not the same you used to be. You've changed. You only used to do this. You only used to do that. Where is that person now? The thing is, we didn't change. We just unlocked a new version of ourselves. Well, that is the definition of change. But actually no, because that version of ourselves that you meet today was always within us. So could you say we truly changed? Could you say, no, I just unlocked a new version of myself? I believe as we grow older, we unlock more of ourselves. Whatever is within ourselves, we bring forth the more we experience and also the more we develop as people. And I also truly believe for Thorfinn, that peaceful, more developed, calm version of himself was always somewhere in there. When Thorfinn is very young, he isn't fighting for justice. He's fighting for revenge, validation, for closure. And in this case, myself, a creator or an artist, as I previously mentioned, it's vaguely the same thing. We create because of pressure, comparison, frustrations, wanting to catch up, also wanting to prove ourselves to the people around us. We always want to silence. I know this for myself. I want to silence the inner critic in myself that always tells me, you're too slow, you should have been done with this painting by now. I've been stuck in that mindset more times than I want to admit. I'm not gonna hold you. But Thorfinn taught me something very important. A creator fueled by resentment will eventually burn out, but a creator fueled by purpose will grow. The shift from revenge to to purpose. That's the real turning point. For me, it's happening right now as we speak, bro. When I'm sitting here and thinking about why I create in the first place. Season 2 of Vinland Saga, also called the Slave Arc. Hey, I know some of you all out there looking at me crazy for calling it that. But hey, Thorfinn was a slave. I'm not gonna hold you. He was a slave. He even voluntarily became a slave, I think. Like, there's no reason for bro to be moving like that. Bro, I know that comedian I've seen all over my feed is mad happy right now.
But I feel like some of us should be slaves again. You know, what?
The Slave Arc of Season 2 is one of the most painful, but also most important arcs of Thorfinn's life. At this point, he has lost everything he thought he was. He's broken, he's empty. He's having nightmares every night, but he's also forced to rebuild. And this is basically the anime version of a creator burnout, like drastically speaking. When you've grinded so hard, pause, at some point you will become numb. That's when the things you used to love become heavy. Also when your motivation collapses completely. At this point, it's so hard to recognize yourself and the reason behind why you're doing what you're doing. But what Thorfinn does in this particular moment, or in this whole arc actually, it's actually really important. He lets the days go by, day by day. He rests, he meets new people that make him reflect. He slowly rebuilds. In this arc, he learns to create instead of destroy. And that's part of the journey we don't talk about enough. Burnout isn't failure as long as you don't quit. It's actually transformation. Thorfinn doesn't hate the world. He hates himself. He can't forgive himself for how he has lived up till now, how many people he's slaughtered, for all the time he spent seeking revenge. And we creators, or me as an artist, I do this too sometimes. I always say to myself, man, I've wasted years, or man, I should have posted more last week. And if I miss an upload, hey, there I go, I better pack up my stuff. Or even sometimes I say to myself, I should be able to paint faster, my art should be better by now. But when I keep thinking these thoughts, I'm reminded of Thorfinn's past as well. He wasn't perfect either. He was far from perfect, bro. But his journey told us that the past isn't a prison, it's fertilizer. All the things we've done wrong in the past, and all the things we've messed up, and all the moments in my past I thought I should have done better, all those mistakes and failures, your past is what allows the future to grow. And the moment Thorfinn forgives himself, he's set free. And in my art journey, I'm actually learning to do the same. I need to stop punishing myself for taking detours and trying new stuff and making a video that might flop. I need to get better at forgiving myself, and so do you maybe. Because forgiving yourself is part of becoming the artist or creator or musician that you were always meant to be. And Thorfinn, he puts down his knives because he realizes something very important. Strength isn't the ability to destroy. Strength is actually the ability to build. That's also the core message of this video. For us creators, for artists, basically for anyone chasing a dream out there. Your art doesn't have to come from struggle to be something meaningful. It can also come from peace, from curiosity, and from purpose. I'm tired of being angry at my journey. I'm tired of feeling like I need to prove something. Just a year ago, I felt like every time I created, it was out of spite. But now I'm learning to create from a quieter place. No more fighting the algorithm, no more fighting myself. It's time to build something more beautiful, something meaningful. And to be honest, I think that's my version of Vinland. That's actually my long-term mission. So as I said in the beginning of the video, Thorfinn taught me that letting go isn't just dropping a weapon. It's about letting go of who you used to be. Also, you're able to grow into the artist or person you were always meant to be. And if you yourself watching this video are on your own creative journey, I truly hope you give yourself permission to evolve, to pause once in a while, to rebuild, to forgive yourself for past mistakes, to choose creation over conflict. Hey, thank you all for lending me your ears. This video was really important to me because I just felt I was missing something to truly do this topic justice. Also, thank you so much for all the love and support you showed me on my previous video. It currently got 6 likes and 70 views. It's actually really good for my standards. So I just want to say thank you all so much for that. And also let me know what anime character or what anime you want me to cover next time. And also just what life lesson you want me to talk about next. Let me know all of that in the comments below. Also, please leave a like on this video. It helps me towards my dream of becoming a full-time artist more than you could ever know. And if you want to see more as well, consider subscribing. We're building this story from scratch together. So if you want to be part of that, you're more than welcome. So yeah, to the ones of you who are still watching, thank you for walking this journey with me. This crazy, messy, beautiful mix of anime and art. Man, it's been your boy Dusty Mike. I gotta go. Remember to take care out there. It's a crazy world, but still remember to stay beautiful, as I always say. Much love, gang. Peace.